And Megan, when you kind of put that into perspective with the fact that it's been such a busy week in the market, we've heard from so many of its peers and kind of customers over the last few weeks. Really, the only thing missing from this week, I think, would have been Nvidia earnings. Then I don't even know what would have happened. But we get a little bit of a glimpse into that demand still being there because these hyperscalers keep talking about spending money. You don't have to think too hard to figure out where they're spending money at. Is that showing up in the data as well when you're seeing kind of excitement around visits or CapEx around NVIDIA?
Yeah, so whenever we can look at both of these things, I think those are the two charts we'll look at today. Whenever we look at web visits, they're at highs. We see a lot of people who are still engaged, still exploring NVIDIA products. This is a good sign from us for future growth. And then whenever we look at CapEx spend, it's really tremendous. And we actually see signs, and from what we've listened from NVIDIA's customers, whenever you think of names like Meta and Google and Amazon, we see this spend accelerating in the second half of the year and even into 2025. The chart right there that you're looking at, the CapEx spend, this was before Amazon released, and I think that its CapEx spend was even higher than people estimated, over 16 billion. And it said, we're investing a lot in AI, and so I think that this strength, it was even more powerful than people even were estimating heading into this report, and they knew that it was going to be strong. I think the spend was so high, it actually hurt the stock a bit. It hurt Amazon. But this translates to considerable demand for NVIDIA. We also saw AMD come out with a nice report, strong demand for its AI products. And so we know that, NVIDIA is the leader here. So you can only imagine what demand looks like moving forward for this company. So, while there may be questions of supply and, how it can step up to meet this growing demand, how long can it sustain this exponential growth, but all metrics that we look at suggest that growth will continue to be exponential, that NVIDIA looks poised for another record-breaking quarter, and we're about a month out. So it's kind of nice whenever you look at this environment right now. We see this as a nice opportunity, especially for long-term investors, with a little bit of near-term weakness alongside the market at large and what we expect to be a really, really nice report in about a month.
Nvidia Corporation sent ripples across the stock market by announcing the acceleration of the development of Nvidia Isaac, a comprehensive robotics platform. This revolutionary move, priced at $1,299, not only includes a virtual simulator, but also state-of-the-art hardware and software suites designed specifically for robotics. Nvidia Isaac's standout feature, the Jetson Xavier, equipped with an astonishing 9 billion transistors, showcases an ability to deliver over 30 trillion operations per second while maintaining energy efficiency. As if that wasn't enough, Nvidia also announced a landmark collaboration with Taiwan's Ministry of Science and Technology, setting the stage for significant advances in AI and deep learning technologies. So what are the implications of this brand new innovation on Nvidia's stock and future? Let's find out. But first, if you want to keep up with Nvidia's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market, so click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates. Now, back to today's video.
Is any dip that we see in Nvidia still a buying opportunity?
So I think with NVIDIA, you have to be patient, and you don't have to go all in right here, right now. When momentum starts to roll both on the upside as well as on the downside, it tends to continue a little bit. So, for investors, we think you should get comfortable with some of the volatility. If you don't like seeing the stock down 6 to 7% on a daily basis, it shouldn't be something that, you should put in your portfolio. However, the long-term aspect, and again, depending upon your time frame, it could be a great opportunity simply because, AI has very long legs, especially as so many companies are investing in what the potential could be with AI.
Nvidia's unveiling of Isaac was more than just a product launch. It marked a significant turning point in the evolution of robotics technology. Much like Apple's introduction of the iPhone disrupted and transformed the mobile market, Isaac is poised to revolutionize the integration of robotics across various industries. A key component of this platform is Jetson Xavier, which has been hailed as the world's first computer designed specifically for robotics. Jetson Xavier sets itself apart not only through its advanced hardware, but also through its state-of-the-art software. providing a robust solution for the future of robotics. Building on Nvidia's impressive track record in artificial intelligence, the combination of cutting-edge hardware and software within the Isaac platform promises exceptional performance and energy efficiency. Nvidia's ambitions extend far beyond the immediate product offerings. Their strategic partnership with Taiwan's Ministry of Science and Technology over the next decade aims to position Taiwan at the forefront of AI innovation. This collaboration is set to further solidify Nvidia's influence in the global AI ecosystem. Taiwan's Ministry of Science and Technology has already made significant strides by showcasing the Taiwania HPC supercomputer powered by Nvidia technology. This partnership is expected to focus on crucial research areas such as training, innovation, startups, and the development of supercomputing infrastructure. The impact of Nvidia's strategic moves is evident in its stock performance. Nvidia's stock has surged 33.1% year-to-date, significantly outperforming the industry's 22.5% rally. This impressive growth is not coincidental, but a direct result of Nvidia's strategic investments in AI technologies and smart partnerships. Given the remarkable trajectory of Nvidia's influence in AI, it's worth exploring further. How has Nvidia's strategic application of GPUs influenced its success in AI-driven industries? And what are the projected economic impacts of AI adoption by 2035? Let's delve into these questions to uncover the answers. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Investocracy.
Let's start with Nvidia. We say it's a moment in market's history. It broke its own record, but it's one of the bigger positions you hold, Denny. So when you see the red headline on the Bloomberg terminal, how do you react? How does that make you think?
Well, I think, Nvidia has been a remarkable stock for the last year and a half, and that's primarily been because of the financial performance. I mean, the ramp in revenues that we've seen with its AI chips and GPUs is like nothing we've ever seen before. And, where the market's at right now, it's really this push and pull. And what we've seen, if you just look at the hyperscaler earnings so far, and particularly the CapEx forecasts, the market is just really hinging on every word that we're hearing. And, effectively what we've heard is that nobody's blinking. And you have seen CapEx go up at Google, you've seen CapEx go up at Microsoft, and you're seeing CapEx go up at Meta, and all of those companies seem to be implying that there's no end in sight, at least, through 2025, and that should be good for Nvidia. And, if we actually look at the other data points in the industry, AMD just reported, and the numbers were fine, but, it's really just a really, really small fraction of the amount of AI-related chips that NVIDIA is selling. And NVIDIA's embarking on probably its most significant product cycle ever with Blackwell as it goes to a full systems approach this fall.
NVIDIA's strategy in AI, a lucrative path forward. NVIDIA's success story is underpinned by its strategic application of GPUs in AI models. This approach has amplified its footprint across rapidly expanding fields such as self-driving cars and data center technologies. Recent data underscores the market potential. A Forbes report predicts that by 2035, AI adoption could boost productivity by 40% or more, even raising economic growth by an average of 1.7% across 16 industries. Moreover, direct and indirect applications of AI are forecast to generate revenues of around $36.8 billion by 2025 from just $643.7 million in 2016, reflecting a formidable compound annual growth rate, CAGR, of 56.8%. These statistics paint an optimistic picture for NVIDIA, indicating enormous growth potential across diverse sectors like construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and logistics. One can't overlook the fact that NVIDIA is already basking in the early benefits of this AI boom. While skeptics might argue about the inherent volatility in tech stocks, it's hard to ignore NVIDIA's consistent performance and strategic placements in future-forward technologies. Behind the sly jokes and memes circulating in the stock market about missing out on NVIDIA pre-surge lies a serious investment opportunity. The tweets lighting up social media underscore a unanimous sentiment. NVIDIA is on the cusp of something monumental. Enthusiasts, analysts, and even casual investors are buzzing about Isaac's capabilities and the significant upside it presents for NVIDIA's share value. So what does all of this mean for NVIDIA stock? The answer is easy. But first, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
So actually, I ask you about that specific point. I've discussed with Jensen Huang the annual cadence of new product refresh. But the bit that's kind of concerning or hard to understand is, what about all those companies, the hyperscalers, but also others, that invested at the H100 generation, and they may have only just got that capacity online, and then suddenly they have the option or choice of whether they buy the next cutting edge generation of chip, upgrade. And I think that Jensen's probably talked to you as well, right, about the ability to swap in and out those generation of GPU quite easily. But it's hard to fathom, really.
Yeah, well, what's really interesting, and I'll give you a couple data points. Last night, Mark Zuckerberg announced this publicly. He talked about that Llama 4, which is the next iteration of their open source large language model that they just have been evolving, is going to require 10x the compute that Llama 3 required. And why that's important is, if you talk to the leaders in industry, you'll hear a comment, and that comment is, we want tomorrow's GPUs. And the reason you hear that comment is because one of the single biggest bottlenecks to actually advancing these large language models, whether it's OpenAI, Anthropic, Google with Gemini, Llama, whatever it might be, you need increased compute power. And that is exactly what Blackwell brings. And so the important part for these companies is making sure that they have the ability to actually create fungibility with the GPUs so that when you use H100s, and then you're going to move to Blackwell, you can actually use those H100s for inference, or you can use them for other parts of your company. Whether for Microsoft that could be to support Office 365 and Copilot, or GitHub Copilot, or in Meta's case to support the recommendation engine, or content creation, or whatever it may be. And so having that fungibility of the GPUs, but then also having the ability to lean in hard to the latest generation so that you can push the envelope with these frontier models.
So Denny,
Investing in NVIDIA's future. Now that we are on the precipice of an AI-driven transformation, NVIDIA stands not just as a player, but a pioneer. Current valuations and stock performance provide a rosy outlook, yet the real charm lies in NVIDIA's continuous innovation pipeline and strategic partnerships, such as the one with Taiwan's Ministry of Science and Technology. NVIDIA's stock, having outperformed the industry significantly, presents an enticing proposition for potential investors. The key lies in the company's persistent innovation and its capability to adapt its groundbreaking GPU technology for a multitude of applications. Present indicators are already optimistic, but the long-term forecasts look even brighter. With sectors like autonomous vehicles and AI-driven industrial applications still in their nascent high-growth phases, NVIDIA's market share is poised to expand. For any prudent investor, the time to consider NVIDIA is now. The Isaac platform represents not just an incremental improvement, but a technological leap. It's a signal to the market that NVIDIA is ready to lead the next chapter of the AI revolution. So, what do you think? Are you ready to jump on the NVIDIA bandwagon? Have you already invested or are considering it? Share your thoughts and join the conversation. In a market brimming with potential and poised for transformations, NVIDIA stands out as a beacon of innovation and investment promise. Finally, you would like to know what companies like NVIDIA have been up to these past few days. Go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.